Is the United States on the brink of hyperinflation? The mere question sends chills down the spines of economists and everyday Americans alike. While the U.S. economy has historically proven resilient, current trends and global uncertainties have reignited the debate about the possibility of this economic nightmare becoming a reality. Supply chain disruptions, geopolitical turmoil, and unprecedented government spending have created a perfect storm of economic uncertainty. While many experts maintain that hyperinflation remains a distant threat, the possibility, however remote, demands our attention. By understanding the concept of hyperinflation, examining historical precedents, and analyzing the current economic landscape, we can better equip ourselves to navigate the uncertainties that lie ahead. Join me as we delve into the intricacies of hyperinflation and its potential implications for the United States. Hyperinflation is not merely a period of high inflation, it is a catastrophic economic phenomenon characterized by a rapid and uncontrollable increase in prices, typically exceeding 50% per month. This runaway inflation erodes the purchasing power of a currency at an alarming rate, rendering it virtually worthless. Imagine going to the grocery store one day and finding that a loaf of bread costs $10, only to return the next day to discover that the price has skyrocketed to $50 and then to $500 the day after that. In a hyperinflationary environment, the economy spirals into chaos. Savings are wiped out as the value of money evaporates. Wages and salaries fail to keep pace with the dizzying rise in prices, plunging individuals and families into poverty. Businesses struggle to operate as the cost of goods and services fluctuates wildly, making it impossible to plan for the future. The social and political ramifications of hyperinflation are equally devastating. As trust in the government and financial institutions evaporates, social unrest and political instability often follow. History is replete with cautionary tales of hyperinflation, each offering valuable lessons about its causes and consequences. One of the most infamous examples is the hyperinflation that ravaged Weimar Germany. Saddled with war reparations, Germany experienced an economic meltdown. The value of the German mark plummeted at an astronomical rate, reaching a point where wheelbarrows full of cash were needed to purchase basic necessities. Another stark example is the hyperinflation that plagued Zimbabwe in the late 2000s. Economic mismanagement and corruption sent the Zimbabwean economy into a tailspin. The Zimbabwean dollar became virtually worthless, with inflation reaching 79.6 billion% per month in November 2008. These examples underscore that hyperinflation is a very real and devastating phenomenon. The U.S. economy today, a mixed bag. The U.S. economy is at a crossroads. The COVID-19 pandemic triggered an unprecedented economic shock. The government responded with massive stimulus packages. These measures raised concerns about inflation. Demand for goods and services surged, supply chains struggled to keep pace. Rising energy prices and a tight labor market fueled inflation. The consumer price index rose at its fastest pace in decades. It is crucial to maintain perspective. The writing on the wall, potential red flags. Despite these reassurances, it would be imprudent to dismiss the risks of hyperinflation altogether. Several factors warrant our attention and vigilance. First and foremost is the unprecedented level of government debt. The national debt has soared to record highs in recent years, fueled by tax cuts, increased spending, and the aforementioned stimulus packages. While the U.S. has managed large debt levels in the past, the sheer magnitude of the current debt burden raises concerns about its long-term sustainability. Another red flag is the Federal Reserve's continued reliance on quantitative easing, a policy that involves injecting money into the economy by purchasing assets such as government bonds. While QE has been credited with supporting the economy during the pandemic, its long-term consequences are not fully understood. Furthermore, geopolitical uncertainty, including the ongoing war in Ukraine and tensions with China, adds to the economic outlook's unpredictability. Navigating the future, staying informed and engaged. In conclusion, while hyperinflation in the United States remains a distant possibility, it is not a risk we can afford to ignore. The confluence of factors we've discussed, soaring government debt, unconventional monetary policies, and geopolitical instability, demands our attention and vigilance. By understanding the causes and consequences of hyperinflation, staying abreast of economic developments, and holding our elected officials accountable for sound fiscal and monetary policies, we can collectively mitigate the risks and navigate the uncertainties that lie ahead. What are your thoughts on the possibility of hyperinflation in the US? Share your insights and join the conversation in the comments section below.